Hi guys, this is Halbuska and welcome back to another video. So earlier today we ranked the songs off of Emerson, Lake and Palmer's album Works Volume 1. Now we're going to be ranking the songs off their album Works Volume 2, which came out later the same year, 1977. Unlike Works Volume 1, this is a single album. There are 12 songs instead of 14, and it's not a double album, they're in every band member doesn't have a contribution to every side because it's a single album. And there are a lot of instrumentals on here because after listening to this earlier today, because I need to listen to it again, because I actually haven't heard Works Volume 2 in a while, and I actually noticed, this album has actually grown on me. I used to, like years ago, long time ago, if you asked me like a year or two ago, I would say I'm not really a big fan of this album. But this album has actually grown on me. I'm not a huge favorite. It's not a huge favorite of mine, but I still think it's pretty good. I'd probably give it like a 7 or an 8 out of 10. It's actually pretty good. But yeah, like I said, a lot of instrumentals on here. I guess we'll start. So there's 12 songs. I like every song. I guess I like every song on here, but something has to be at the bottom. So number 12 is Close But Not Touching. It's pretty good, but something that has to be at the bottom. I like the whistle in the beginning and Carl Palmer's snare drum. It's actually really cool. But like I said, something has to be at the bottom. And for me, the weakest song on here is Close But Not Touching. I like it a lot, though. Number 11, another instrumental. This is a long title name. When the apple blossoms bloom in the windmills of your mind, I'll be your Valentine. It's kind of like several species of small furry animals gathered together in a cave and grooving with the picked from Ummagumma by Pink Floyd, but this is better than that, alright? This is actually pretty cool, complex instrumental. I love the drum intro in the beginning, and of course Keith Emerson's playing is really cool. He's always incredible on a lot of these stuff, on a lot of the stuff. But I like a lot of the instrumentals on here. All the instrumentals on here are pretty strong. Most of them, anyway. Alright, number 10 we have, number 11 was When the Apple Blossoms Bloom in the Windmills of Your Mind, I'll Be Your Valentine. At number 10 we have Bullfrog. If you asked me a few years ago, this would probably be up higher. I actually really like Bullfrog. And then I remember I haven't heard Bullfrog in a while. Like I said, I need to listen to this album again. And listening to Bullfrog today, I forgot there was a saxophone in here. So that was pretty interesting to hear. I actually like Bullfrog a lot. It sounds like a kid's song. I don't know, but it sounds cool. I like Bullfrog. So yeah, number 10 we have Bullfrog. Number 9, this is actually, I think, the little hit or one of the hits from this album, Watching Over You. I may get flack because that is a really good song, and it really is. I enjoyed it a lot. And of course, Greg Lake sings wonderful on the song. It's a really beautiful song. I actually really like listening to this song from time to time. But of course, something has to be low on the list, and number 9 for me is Watching Over You. Number 8, I always really thought this song was cool and really underrated. Number 8 is So Far to Fall, another underrated song. I love the instrument work on here. I believe this is another instrumental. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard this earlier and I kind of forgot how it goes, but I do remember most of the stuff in it. But So Far to Fall is number 8, another really great song. At number 7, like I said in the classical songs video, Scott Joplin was one of the artists on there, and this was one of the things he did. One of his works. It wasn't on my list, but it was one of his things. It's one of his works that he did. Number 7, we have Maple Leaf Rag. This is a rendition that, of course, Keith Emerson did because he loves doing that stuff. The band loved doing classical stuff and forming it into prog rock. I always like that idea. That's really cool of them to do that. But number 7 for me is Maple Leaf Rag. I like it. Really short too. It's just about 2 minutes long. Not that long at all. Alright, so we're halfway through the list. Number 6, we have Barrel House Shakedown, another instrumental. How can you not love Keith Emerson's playing? I mean, it's really great. I love the piano intro. I always loved it, and it's been one of my favorite Keith Emerson playing on here. And I really love how like honky tonk it sounds. It sounds like you're in a bar or something, like an old fashioned thing or something like that. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like you're in an old fashioned bar, like in the 1800s or something. Or yeah, like a bar, like the in Back to the Future Part 3 where Marty McFly is in that uh I think he was in a bar. I haven't watched any of the Back to the Future films in a while. That's something I'm gonna have to watch again. But yeah, number 6 for me is Barrel House Shakedown. Also more like in the Muppet movie where Kermit went into the El Sleazo Cafe, and Paul Williams was playing the piano on there. That's another movie I have to watch again. Love that movie. I'm bringing up a bunch of nostalgic stuff. I have to stop it. I mean, I can't help it. It's my blood. But anyway, back to ELP. We got way off topic. But number 6 for me is Barrel House Shakedown. So we're in the top 5. Number 5 for me, you know, the movie Jaws came out in 1975, I believe, and I mean, if you could tell, if you watch some of the early cringy videos that I used to do, I was a big fan of Jaws. I still am. I can watch that movie any day. That's my favorite Spielberg film, Jaws. But I think his best might be Schindler's List. But we got off topic there again. But well, I mean, this isn't really off topic. But number 5 is Show Me the Way to Go Home. If you're a Jaws fan, then you know it because because this was a song that Hooper, Quentin, Brody sang when they were on the Orca, and they did a rendition of it. And I love Keith Emerson's intro piano on here. I think it sounds really cool. And it closes the album pretty good, I think. So yeah, number 5 for me, Show Me the Way to Go Home. My cat is just walking out there. He's actually looking at me right now as I'm recording. He probably thinks I'm crazy. Anyway. Alright, number 4. If you love Keith Emerson's playing, listen to this song. Number 4, Honky Tonk Train Blues. This is a really cool song. I always loved it. I love this playing, especially on here. This is a happy song. I don't care what anyone says. This is a really good song to listen to. And I love the feel of it. Honky Tonk again. Honky Tonk Train Blues kind of has the same feel as Barrel House Shakedown. It feels like you're in an old bar. But yeah, number 4 for me is Honky Tonk Train Blues. Really great song. Really great Keith Emerson oriented stuff. Alright, so the top 3, I think at least all of these songs used to be number 1. I remember number 3 used to be number 1. Number 3, Brain Salad Surgery, the title track to a previous album. It was not on. Oh, I'm fidgeting with my cord. The So yeah, the title track to the previous album that was not on Brain Salad Surgery. I wonder why. It's kind of like with Queen's Sheer Heart Attack. It wasn't on the album. It was on News of the World. And Led Zeppelin's Houses of the Holy wasn't on Houses of the Holy. It was on Physical Graffiti. So kind of like that. Kind of like that stuff. Trying to think of other bands that did that. There are a lot of bands, and ELP is one of them. But Brain Salad Surgery is a really cool song. Greg Lake's vocals are really cool. His vocals on Brain Salad Surgery remind me of his vocals on Benny the Bouncer from Brain Salad Surgery. But yeah, number 3 we have Brain Salad Surgery, another really good song. Alright, number 2, again, at one point this used to be number 1, but it's number 2 for me. Tiger in a Spotlight. This kicks off the album, and I think it is a really good. Oh, I got a notification. Sorry about that. I got a notification on my phone too. Anyway, back to ELP. So Tiger in a Spotlight kicks off the album. And I really love it. I always loved it, and it opens up this album perfectly, in my opinion. I love the keyboards in the beginning, the bam, 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 and then you get Greg Lake's guitar, really good. It reminds me of like something, I guess, like in Elvis Presley's music. It has that like guitar riff that sounds really iconic. But number 2 for me is Tiger in a Spotlight, really good stuff. And number 1, ever since I listened to Emerson, Lake and Palmer for the first time, which is say a few years ago. Maybe it was right after both Keith Emerson and my cat just ran. Maybe it was after Keith Emerson and Greg Lake died because I heard that they passed away. I was like, oh, that's too bad. That's really sad. And then I remember in the past hearing Lucky Man, and I remember hearing, from the beginning in Carnival 9, First Impression Part 2. I heard stuff like that. And when I listened to Works Volume 2 for the first time, I always loved this song. And whenever, Christmas and the holidays come around, I always listen to this song. From now on, that's always a Christmas tradition or a holiday tradition. But number one for me, I believe in Father Christmas. Whenever I hear this song, it also kind of reminds me of stuff like whenever you're in Epcot, the Epcot theme park in Disney World. It sounds a lot like that. You're going to hear a lot of, like, especially the keyboards or something in Tomorrowland for Magic Kingdom. I'm a big Disney World fan. What can I say? But yeah, number one for me is I believe in Father Christmas. And of course, Greg Lake's vocals are awesome. They're awesome. You can't deny that. Here's my list. Works Volume 2. So yeah, that was Works Volume 2. Let me know what your list is in the comments below. I think from now on I'm going to have to make my video not for kids. Even though they are for kids, I don't swear, I don't do anything bad in the videos. They're 100% for kids, and I try to make them family friendly, even though I want comments. And but yeah, that was Works Volume 2. I gotta say, this album has really grown on me in the past few years. Again, if you asked me a year or two ago, I would say I'm not really a big fan of this album, but I have gone back to it, and I actually really like this album. Now, what I have not grown to like is their next album, Love Beach, and we'll get there when we get there. I don't know when I'm going to make that video. Hopefully sometime soon. I know I'm going to be pretty busy for the next few weeks, or next few months maybe, but I just want all of you to stay safe. Hopefully the video will come out soon, and yeah, please leave a like, comment if you want, view my videos, and of course subscribe. Thanks for watching this video, guys. This has been Help Uska, signing off. Stay safe.